All right, so masters will take part 2 of the topic we started last week, which is the emotion code. This is one thing which is something we all have, and this is something which really works so wonderfully in combination with other tools that we keep talking about. So it's a matter of understanding, and then, of course, choice is yours. If you learn, you can do on your own, you can take help. So just to recap, last time we talked about trapped emotions. We talked about, uh, there are 3 ways this can be looked into: the body code, emotion code, which, or the belief code. These are the 3 ways you can find, you can release, you can work, you can overcome your trapped emotions. And this is something that is, it works the same way for everyone. So it's not like you have to have a certain, say, consciousness level, a certain energy to make it happen. That's the beauty of it. It works at the subconscious mind level because that's where they are stuck. That's where our habits are formed. Additional weed is this molecule of emotion we talked about, or we touch base a little bit on the quantum world, that how nowadays our emotions are becoming basically like an epidemic because we all have, our lifestyles have changed. But before we had maybe a lot of more tolerance, and now that is dropping. It could be because lifestyle demands more nowadays. Before, life was a little simpler. So it doesn't matter which way you look at it. Emotions, which is nothing but energy in motion, if it flows, if it continues the path, which is energy in motion, if it continues continually move through the body, then no issue. Emotion comes, energy in and out. But when it's only in, no out, now it's a topic that we need to be aware of. So the question is, how do we know if it is good or bad emotion? How do we know if it is trapped or it is released? And how do we know how many or what different types of emotions are inside us? And if this is not confusing enough, then how do we know which emotions are our own and which emotions are inherited? Inherited from parents, grandparents. That means coming from previous generations. Now, that's what we call homework, right? So, our thoughts, just to be very clear, though we have looked into this topic differently with respect to different perspective, different topics. So each and every thought you have is energy, like anything else in the universe. Everything is energy. So it's not just our body, electricity, and all. No, our thoughts are nothing but energy. Every day we have thousands of thoughts. It is said that 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day. Energy has no boundary. So imagine 60 to 70,000 thoughts, whatever the energy you put behind one, how much energy we are spending behind our thoughts, depending on whether it's against us or for us. Is it benefiting us or is it hurting us? So much energy, first of all, is depleted from the body. So rather than healing, this energy is spent. Now, if they are positive thoughts, it may still heal you, but mostly they are negative thoughts, unless you are into spirituality or you are doing your own sadhana. So imagine how much negative energy. First, you are losing energy. Second, it's all negative. So it's hurting you 2 ways, not just one. You're losing it, and whatever you lost is not just lost. It's even, because it's negative, it's even hurting you more. It's like we are like a radio station, continuously broadcasting the music. Depends what music you're broadcasting. And then we think, oh, I never said anything to anyone. I was just holding this thought with me, so no harm. Well, it doesn't work that way. Don't think your thoughts confined in your mind means no energy released. Doesn't matter you spoke or not. The moment you think about something, energy is released. Radio station has already broadcasted. So, spoken or unspoken, they both have energy. There is no privacy here. Don't think nobody knows, because you and your universe, it's a constant, release of or exchange of information. If you did not speak, you think it's in your head. So how it gonna hurt others? How it gonna impact others? That could be a question. But unfortunately, doesn't matter. Spoken or just thought, it will impact the same way. And it will impact. Based on your thoughts, your body language, your tone, a lot of things changes. You may not be talking about that particular thought, but you are talking to a person. Because you have something in the back of your mind, it changes your tone, your body language, a lot of things. The energy you are radiating includes that negative thought that you have, either about the same person or a different, doesn't matter. But because you are upset, even if it is because of someone else, your interaction, your communication, your exchange of energy will be totally different. And hence the impact of people around us. Sometimes you may have experienced that talking to your friend or someone, you'll say, hey, you look very upset. Hey, what's wrong? And the person says, no, I'm talking normal. Say, no, So again, that's where the body language, thoughts, energy, everything is combined. You cannot hide from it. So the only way to overcome this is not to speak, but to change your thought process. How do you change? Of course, that's where meditation, your pranayama, your sadhana, your yoga, all those practices, which impacts at the root level. So you'll have to change your thoughts. Not that, okay, I'm having thoughts, but I'm just not releasing it. You are releasing it. There is no way to hide. You can hide from others in terms of, oh, I'm not thinking about it. However, you cannot fool yourself. It's there. And we are all connected. We are all connected. Does not matter where you are in this world, whether you are in a different continent, different country, different city, we are connected. If you recall the quantum physics session, time, space, time, whichever way you see the time or the space, no restriction, doesn't matter. So it's not a question, oh, it's in a different city, I'm not impacting that person. Well, we are all connected. Like a mother and the baby. We sometimes say the energy bond is the strongest between, mother and the baby. Yes, biologically and all, understanding is simple that yes, you are connected to the mother because obviously, you were born, the umbilical cord, it connected physically. But it's not just that, it's the DNA, right? Because that's where you get. So certainly the parents and especially the mom, you're connected and it's for life. Sometime you may have heard mom calling and say, hey, are you okay? I was, just some feeling that you are not well or whatever. How do they get that feeling? Where that intuition is coming from? Again, because of this connection in the DNA level. That's where our story started. Now, other than mom, also different friends, relation, we can have this connectivity, but it's just the fact strongest in mothers. And you may read or, come across such stories. So it is true. It is all because of that energy. And it's a connection for life. It's not that, okay, I'm connected and then after so many years, the connection will weaken and one day it is kind of doesn't exist. No, it's always there. Yes, you may be angry, upset, and that's a different thing. But connection never goes away. So Scientific experiments have, studied and proven that just by your thoughts, you can change the growth in the plant, growth in even microbes, right? So experimenters, they will have some plants in the lab, they will bless or they will, kind of positive or negative emotions, and then they will see the impact on the growth of the plant. There was a very famous experiment which was done. It was at the Stanford University in US. And this experiment kind of proved that it is not just human, plant, what we call the life, but even electronic equipment. Imagine. So they analyzed that, you have random number generator, and it's not just one place but around the world there are the instruments and generating the random numbers. Random number generator itself, as the name suggests, the numbers should be random. But during some key event, major good or bad, some terrorist attack happens, which is a very bad thing and a huge, where the whole world is watching or noticing, they will see totally different pattern in this random number generators. No more that randomness, or no more the pattern which was on a normal day. So where is that coming from? Because again, oneness, we are connected. Doesn't matter where you are. If we can impact that electronic system which is generating the random number, you can only imagine how much it impacts us, the human. So if we think about that, yes, I'm having thousands of thoughts. Yes, I'm having, bombarded, especially when you meditate, you know very well how many thoughts you get. So it's impacting you, it's upsetting you, or it's making you happy, depending on what kind of emotion, thoughts, depending on what happened in your life, what story. But because it is happening on daily basis, every moment, something or the other is happening. Every one of us have some, story going on in your own head, internal conversation. We talk to ourselves. Now, you may feel that people criticize others all the time, but the fact is, it is more common that people criticize themselves more than they criticize others. That means we put ourselves down more than putting others down. That means you have a negative story about you in your head. It means we blame ourselves a lot. Also, we blame ourselves much more than we praise ourselves. That means I may do 10 good things in a day and 2 bad things. Whole day, I will be thinking about those 2 things which didn't go my way, which went wrong, which I didn't do right, say, yesterday. Doesn't matter those positive 8 things which I did right, mind will not bring it forward. What it will bring forward, those negative events, 2 out of 10. So that means we are spending all our energy on the things that didn't go right, the negative, the wrongs, and we are not even thinking or praising ourselves for the good things or our strengths. So how does it impact? So what happens is all this negativity, self-talk, and we all do. So don't feel bad about it. We all have a story about ourselves in our head, which plays every day, every moment. You cannot again escape from it. So it is so important to find your trapped emotions, because this story which is going on daily basis, leaving the imprints. Imagine like, you have some ink on your hand, and if you just keep touching here, there, you're working, your keyboard, your mouse, your laptop, everywhere you'll be leaving your fingerprints. Why? Because you have ink on your hand. So similarly, when you have emotions, anything you do, anywhere, whatever you are doing, everywhere you are leaving some negative emotions, impact or impression. So we have to find where those impression means, what are those kind of stuck emotions in our body. If you don't know, how you're going to fix it? So for fixing something, first is to acknowledge that yes, this exists. Then we have to find it, and then you have to release it. Three-step process. So then once you release it, you confirm that yes, it is gone, it has not come back. Then you can be happy that yes, it's gone. How do you know? And that's where we go to subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is our go-to place. It has all the information. Whether we can access it or not, another thing. That's why we say meditation. So just like, you find your story, your emotions, same thing is with someone else, because, it's all frequency, it's all vibration. So we are saying, did I hurt this person? Did I this, or did someone hurt? Doesn't matter which way, you are digging your stuck emotions. You can ask your subconscious mind. You can command your body. Body means, again, the body and the mind. We random, or we rarely talk to our body. We rarely command that, no, I want this, because most of us are not even aware that we can do this. We can give command. So we can get into this question and answer session with our own body, and that's what this whole the body code, emotion code, or belief code is all about. Imagine you talk to your subconscious mind, you get some definitive answers, right? And then it's a matter of releasing it. Once you understand, right, whether you learn, do yourself, hire an expert who's into this, and get it released, doesn't matter. Point is, it's released. And the moment it's released, guess what? I mean, you get benefit. But it works like a magic at that time. Because it is released, the negative impact is gone. Because you are kind of finding and taking them out and throwing it away. That's why you may call it emotional surgery, that you are digging, you are cutting, you are chopping, all those kind of things through your emotions. Of course, nothing physical, it's all emotional. So you're finding and you're releasing it. So there is no pill, there is no other way, but an easy way is, or simple, very simple, no side effect, there is no nothing, and you can do it. So where it originates, where the story starts, sometime right from the birth, trauma or events happen where the child is getting that negative emotion. There is a story in the book about a child who, right from the birth had that trauma, which really scared the boy emotionally. Why? Because it was a twin. He was the second one to come out. It took time before the delivery really went extended, or a long time. So by the time the second baby came out, right, so you're already in that trauma of not a normal delivery, and the scarcity, the emotions, all those things. It can be the fear, terror, abandonment. uh, Sometimes people have this claustrophobic kind of emotions. In this case, yes, he had, and it came from that fact that he's not able to come out. So all those things may happen, which we have no idea. We think it's a normal thing. Yes, it's taking more time. So what? I mean, it does happen. It's not a life-threatening thing. It got extended, and we forget it. But when then later on you see the child, and in this particular case, when the child was 4 years old, those things came forward. Child couldn't speak. He will just, cover the mouth, not speaking. And the other brother can go for swim. He will not enter the water, just on the side. All those kind of, the fear and terror, all those kind of emotions were very evident. So after doing this emotion code or release of those emotions, or during this therapy, you realize that, okay, what are the emotions stuck and where it came from, right? Very good idea, some like the age or this. And that's where they realize that, okay, it came during delivery time, and this is the trapped emotion. You're waiting in the womb, coming out, and all the things, what is happening, and no one will have any idea. You can't even speak at that time, right? So this trapped anger and all made him whatever the child was doing. So it's not a question of something medically wrong, it's just emotionally wrong. On top of it, there's another factor, which is, what we call ancestral. Ancestral means things coming from parents, grandparents, or previous generations. That emotions also happen. So this fact that he was covering his mouth while talking means he will not speak. Other sibling is talking very fluently or at age 4 normally, but this boy, no, he won't. And it was coming from the grandfather, right? In order not to hurt others, was covering his mouth because of that stuck emotion, which is coming, you can say, generation by generation, or from one generation to the other, it gets transferred. So how this is getting transferred? It's all energy. Again, we know the genes, we know the chromosomes and all those things. This information transfer from one generation to the other. So one by one, you find, you release this, and you overcome that particular emotion. It may take a couple of sessions, more time, but the point is, if that emotion is gone, the root cause is gone. Your belief system is changed now. You're no longer into this, oh, I'll hurt someone, oh, I'm weak, or the fear, and whatever the emotion is. You have a story about you inside you. No right or wrong, wherever it came from, but you have. And now whole life, you are getting impacted by that story. So sometime you may have come across that you're just driving. You're driving and there is some accident that you witness. You are not involved in that accident. You just witnessed. And people get, shocked, or people get, traumatized just by witnessing it. Just like you watching a news, and it could be a very bad incident, accident, whatever it is, and you can get traumatized. And now you have that stuck emotion. So it doesn't matter you were in person involved or hearing, listening, or whatever it is. It works the same way. Sometimes you see what's happening in the family. As a child, witnessing the parents fighting, or, in school, it could be getting bullied, or someone else getting bullied. You are just observing. And then the emotion gets stuck. So what happens in this case is that body is designed. Nature has given us beautiful ways naturally to get over all these things. But not every emotion we are able to get rid of. Now, which one will get stuck, which one will be released, there is no straightforward rule to it. It all depends on your environment. A lot of factors comes into play. Of course, your soul plan, your purpose of life is one in itself. Your frequency, your consciousness is one very big factor. If your immune system is weak, if you are vulnerable, there are many physical, emotional, psychosomatic, those kind of situations when your body is not able to release it, means not able to process it. Like we say, if you are under stress, your immune system, digestive system gets weak. And what happens when your immune system is weak? Your body is not able to function normally. And then whatever emotions you are going through, they will impact much more. Why you're not able to process them? Chances are high under those extreme situations, you will store that negative energy inside you. So what happens? These negative vibrations stays in your body. No more energy in motion because now they're stuck. So what happens when the energy is stuck? You have this trapped negative emotion. It has its own frequency and it's vibrating at that frequency. So what will happen when it vibrates? If another emotion or situation comes where the frequency is same as this, it will attract that negativity. That means you will attract more negativity, which is of the same frequency of the emotion that you already have. It acts like a magnet. And you don't know what you don't know. So you will be amazed that why my life is always attracting more and more of this. Because you already have a stuck emotion and that is drawing that energy. This is one way of finding what kind of emotions you are having. Find out what kind of negativity you attract. So you don't have to go anywhere, no workshop, no needed. Just find out what kind of negativity comes naturally. Take help of someone because sometimes, you won't accept that, oh, this is my behavior or this is what I do. If someone says, hey, you're always whining, they'll say, me? No. Right? Because you don't realize. Ask someone. And then you can decode what kind of trapped emotion possibly you have if you want to do it in a very simple way. And now the moment you release, benefit is instant. Boom, there you go. Your behavior, your pattern, your energies will start shifting. Why? It is so harmful because not only where it is stuck, it is vibrating, but that emotion is sending that negative frequency to tissues, cells around that area. And now they also start vibrating at the same frequency. So now the area increases of negative frequency means low level frequency. It will attract more and more of that negativity and it will hurt you physically, mentally, emotionally. This is called resonance. In physics, in high school, we used to do that experiment with the tuning fork. You have a fork, tap it, frequency, and there will be some forks without any frequency mentioned. You have to bring one by one. Whichever start vibrating because of this vibrating one, their frequency is same. And we have done it, we have seen it. So it's so clear. It's not like a magic or something. That's how our body works. First get stuck, then start the area around it, and then they start attracting more and more of that negative energy. So the more you feel, it's like addiction. Okay, I like this, I like this. Why? That particular emotion you like because it is stuck in you. Some people say, I don't know why, but I get upset very easily. Oh, I don't know why I behave this way or that way. Just try to find out and then act or work on it. Now, there is a proper way of finding and releasing, of course, but at least to be aware of what may be the cause, this information will help. So where will it get stuck? In particular area or the other area? Yes, different frequency, different emotions have different affinity to different organs, right? So they will get stuck in particular organ, particular emotion, and then we know that depending on this, there is a probability I may develop some issue in this particular organ. Or it could be the area which is weak, where energy is already depleted. It could be because of injury, because of some genetics, because of all those things. But all of this can be reversed. That's the most important thing. So you balance. Like, when we do the biowell scan, many of you may have come across. I keep talking about or shown you in many of the sessions. So biowell is a tool, like there are many, to capture your human energy field. And it shows you where the gaps are. So wherever there is a gap in energy field, those areas are vulnerable. Those are your weak points. It's like imagine there is a jail and there are holes in the boundary wall. Obviously, those are the areas where you want to put your security or focus on, because that's the weakest link. That's where the problem can start. So how do we know? Very simple. Talk to your body. Look for the symptoms. You don't have to go anywhere. There could be pain, there could be discomfort, there could be, sometimes we get headache, migraine, low back pain, all those knee pain, those kind of indication that something is not right. It will tell you what kind of emotions. And then when you decode yourself, when you even sit quietly, genuinely put your ego down and say, yes, I do have this kind of negativity. I do have this kind of repeated thoughts every day. Then obviously it will cause me knee pain, it will cause me headache, it will cause whatever that thing is. Now, look into the quantum side. So quantum world, it clearly says that, Newtonian physics cannot explain much because it's matter. But when you go into quantum world, what is quantum? We are going not as an atom, subatomic particles. What are subatomic particles? They cannot be defined as matter, but they are some quantum, means a small quantity you cannot define, such small quantity, right? So that's why they are quantum or subatomic particles. Now, there was again a famous experiment in which scientists split. So you are taking kind of one atom, so you are taking it and splitting it, sending it in two direction, right? Subatomic particle, of course, not one atom into two, but within the atom you have electrons. So it has many electrons, so you can take one in left, one in right, magnetically, experimentally, and they are traveling at the speed of light in two different directions. And you create disturbance for one. Disturbance means electromagnetic waves. Whatever disturbance you create in the path of one electron, they find the other electron, which had no disturbance, behave the same way. Means it changed path. Whatever disturbance caused impact on this electron, same thing the other fellow felt. This is called quantum entanglement. Means again, when we say we are connected, right? Doesn't matter the distance, doesn't matter what. We are connected at birth. That's why the mom and the child we talked about. Why electrons? Because doesn't matter you call Big Bang theory or whatever, universe started with one and then it is still expanding. So from one unit, all these planets, stars, everything is born. So billions of years ago when it came into existence, from one unit, whatever that one unit is, that means basically you can say the same parent, right? And then again, all this going on. So they are connected. And this is why, when we talk about your intention, your thoughts, we are oneness, it will impact, this is what happens when your thoughts are negative, when your intention is negative, doesn't matter you speak or not, it will impact. Your intention is just form of energy, nothing else. Energy is intelligence. It's up to us where we want to focus, what kind of energy do we want. There was an experiment done by Dr. Emoto. Dr. Emoto, we have talked about in the session of water, the crystalline experiment, if you recall. So he did experiment with water that different emotions creates different crystals. Just you take a glass bottle, fill water, whatever you have. So you can take two same kind of bottles, fill the same water, but in one bottle you write on a piece of paper the word love, peace, whatever the good high frequency emotion, attach it to the bottle. And the other one just normal, same bottle, same design, everything size, but no label. So this one has your good positive intent and this one not. Next day, take the water sample from both and look into the crystalline structure under the microscope. The result will be shocking. Just by writing that alone, the structure in that bottle where it was written love, peace, whatever the positive one, was much better crystalline structure than the other one. What changed? Your intention. So that's why they say if you are looking for some, going through some rough patch, there's that use glass bottle. Put that label. Just write whatever you need, whether it's strength, relationship, and all those things, right? You're not doing anything. You're just sticking that label on the water bottle. It's not that you need to spend time and all that. And you get the benefit. You get the water, which is better crystalline. So depending on our purpose of life, our soul plan, and all those things, our thoughts, based on negative thought, you get negative emotions. You get what you get. Inherited emotions, your own emotion, all those things comes and get stuck. The more you evolve your consciousness and everything, the more it becomes easier to release, to get into positivity and not to attract more negativity. Most important. Ultimately, as soul, what is the most important thing? It's all about love, spreading and receiving love, and spreading, learning, and sharing wisdom. These are the two key things for soul. Life is all about joy. Life is all about, true love, oneness. We as humans get stuck into very small negative emotions, and we love to get stuck in that emotion for whole life. How did he say this or he did this 10 years ago, and I cannot come out of it? I'm addicted to that emotion, the stress. So this is the background of why and how emotions are trapped. With your sadhana, with your meditation, yoga, whatever you do, pranayam, we can evolve, we can improve our frequency consciousness, that at least moving forward, we don't invite those negative emotions. If they come, we can process them. If not all, at least minimize that. How many of those will be stuck and how many will be processed? So, masters, this is for today, which completes our session on this body code, emotion code, and belief code, what it is, and all those things. Of course, we will not be taking that how to learn in the sense, how to decode or how to do all this. For that, you can go through the emotion code book if you like, or you can do course by Dr. Nielsen, right, Bradley. There